What's up, guys? How's it going? MikeTheTech here with another Unreal Engine tutorial. I believe this is number 6. Today I'm going to show you how to modify the Skybox. The Skybox is basically your clouds, your sun, your stars, everything that's going to be in the sky when you're playing the game. The one that's built in this Skybox is very dynamic. Obviously, you can make your own Skybox, and we'll get into that later with more advanced tutorials. But the one that is included can give you a full day and night cycle and a lot more. So let's take a look at how it works. So you click on your sky, and you'll see Sky Sphere Blueprint, right? And that is where you can edit your Skybox. You also have your Skylight if you want to adjust the light that's reflected from it, but your Skybox is your Sky Sphere Blueprint is basically the giant circle that surrounds your player at all times, so you can always see the sky. So when you click on it, you have some options. So I'll back up a little bit so you can see what the sky looks like. We have sun brightness right here on the right side, and if you look at this sun right here, as we drag this over to the right, it gets bigger, wider and wider and wider and brighter until it almost takes over the entire sky. But this is only going to affect when you're staring at it. So it's kind of like a lens flare, but not as cool as a lens flare. It's basically just how big your sun is. As you'll notice, the light isn't actually affected. If I lower this sun brightness all the way down to negative, it's still not that different in our scene. So let's just put that back to normal. And that's what sun brightness does. Cloud speed, as you can probably guess, affects how fast your clouds move. So if I move it up to something like 14, we can see we have kind of a brisk air pushing it to the right. But if I do something crazy like 3000, our clouds are going pretty crazy here pretty quickly. So let's move it down to something like 50. That's still really fast, but it'll let us at least see the effect. Cloud opacity is how many of the clouds you could see, whether it's overcast or, pretty clear out. So we can make it to where it's just full of clouds, or we can make it to where there's hardly any clouds or no clouds at all. And then our stars brightness will be for the night cycle, so we won't touch that just yet. Let me go ahead and clear up the sky real quick and slow it down. In order to see our night cycle, we have to actually adjust our sun height. But if you'll notice, you can't move sun height manually. You can't even click this to change it back to 0, even though it says that that's the default, and you can't move it here. The reason is because we have a light source already set up, and we can adjust that light source or we can remove it. So I'm actually going to clear this by clicking on it and choosing clear light source. And now we can adjust our sun height. And this is a great way to make a day and night cycle with the built-in skylight. If we notice, when we drag the sun down, we get a nice little sunset. And it turns nice and red. And then as it goes underneath us, we can start to see stars. So I'm going to leave it right there just so you can see kind of a horizon. And you can also change the horizon drop off here, and that'll be how wide the transition between colors is. So now we have stars in the sky, so we can change our stars brightness. So if you drag stars brightness up here, now we have a lot of stars, and this looks really cool already. But if we wanted to go extra with it, we could raise this all the way up, and you'll see that there's some really crazy effects you can accomplish. But there's a wide range of where you want your star intensity to be at. So that's pretty cool. You can again add some clouds at night and even increase the speeds to give it kind of a creepy look. That looks really nice. Maybe increase the speed just a little bit to like 15. There we go. That looks very creepy as we play the game. Let's see how it looks in game. And yeah, it's definitely nighttime, and it's definitely looking nice. And then if we wanted to make it daytime again, all we would do is adjust our sun height and have the sun come up again, and we can see the sun actually coming up over here and all the way to the top. We can also change the colors of our skybox. So if we get rid of these clouds and say we want the zenith color to be red, and we want the horizon color to be purple, and we want the cloud color to be green, and we want the overall color to be yellow. Why not? So now we have this really interesting colored skybox. Let's see, why isn't this working for me? Do we have to put the directional light back on? Oh yeah, so colors determined by sun's position. So if we uncheck that, we can modify all of the sky colors. So I forgot about that one. So colors determined by sun's position. So once you've gotten rid of the directional light and unchecked that, you'll be able to make your own colors here. So I can say, let's make the horizon fall off. So you can see the transition of color, how wide it is. So let's choose green for that one. That makes it kind of look like the Outlands in World of Warcraft. And then we can choose the overall color. So we'll make it kind of dark. We can choose the zenith color. Look at how interesting you can make these skies. And then with the fall off, you can lower it down a little bit and make it more dramatic. And then the sun height will still come out, and you'll still be able to see where that is in relation to your new scene. It just won't affect the colors. You can also change the sun brightness again to give it more of an effect with those colors. It looks really nice. Alright, so I think I've rambled on about the skylight and played with it enough for today. So thank you very much for watching, and in the next video we will tackle artificial intelligence. Alright, peace.